Hello, hello. Dr. Clif again today. Today is deadlift day. Now, the deadlift is one of the main lifts that you'll do as a new person in the gym. It typically has a little bit more apprehension to it that people think they're going to hurt themselves, but it's actually one of the easier lifts to master, and if done properly, it's very unlikely that you'll hurt yourself. You'll actually make yourself more injury proof by strengthening areas that typically are a problem, like your lower back. You'll make it a lot stronger, so you're less likely to hurt it. With the deadlift, there's only a handful of important points, so it makes it a little easier than something like the squat. The squat is much more technical, and there's a lot more variations that depend on your body shape and type and where you're putting the bar. With the deadlift, you basically just bend down and pick the bar up. It's a little more complicated than that, but not much. So we'll go over the steps. First, you're going to step up to the bar, and you're going to line up basically the end of your shoestrings, or where your toes start, with the bar if you are looking straight down. Then from there, your feet are going to be a little bit narrower than they typically are for squatting, about the same place that they would be if you were going to jump, right? So feet about that far apart. For me, that's maybe a foot, maybe a little bit less. And then your feet are either straight, or for some people, they're more comfortable if they're turned out just a little bit. I like mine straight. Then you just bend down and grab the bar. Grab the bar just outside of your legs. And then you're going to tighten your back, pulling your shoulders back and together, and shifting the weight back a little bit, but it's still through your whole foot. Like a tripod, the weight is on your heel, your big toe, and your little toe. Some people will shift the weight so much they're almost falling back. You don't want that. Just even on your whole foot. Then from this position, you stand up. And then you come back down. Now, as you'll notice, when I stand up, the bar comes in a straight line. And when I go down, it comes down in a straight line. Some people, one of the typical errors we'll see is that when they go to stand up, the first thing that happens is their butt comes way up in the air. There's two main reasons that can occur. Either they're squatted down too far, so they have to straighten up some before they have any power to pull, or they're just out of sync and they're straightening and then pulling, which will put a lot more pressure on your lower back. This is not a good position to be in. So the other thing that we sometimes see is that once the bar gets up and you're up here at the top, when you come down, the bar hits you in the knee, or you have to go out and around it like this. I'll show you. So let's say I come up and everything looks right, and then when I get here, this happens. This is a problem, right? That happens because you're not pushing your hip back and hinging to let the weight down. You're just bending your knees and they shoot forward and get in the way of the bar. So, just a few steps to remember. Line the bar up with where your toes are. Not the front of the toe, the back of the toe by your shoestrings. Hands right outside. Pull the shoulders back and together so your chest is high. Stand up. And then come back down the same way. Make sure you're pushing back first. Just like that. That's the basics of the deadlift. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. And I'll be back soon.